Hi, Ryan Wilcox here with the Politic podcast, here with Executive Director of the Ogden School Foundation, Brynn Murdock. Welcome, Brynn.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
We've just been here recording some promos for our event coming up, our partnership with the Ogden Raptors, which is, easily my favorite event of the year. Shocker. I know for everybody watching this, I'm slightly into baseball. So, but here we go. There are a lot of cool things with this that are a little bit unique. One of the things that I love about this event is, as opposed to most of the other things that we do, that we do a golf tournament and we, the fall author event sells out in like 30 seconds every time we announce that thing. But those aren't things that kids come to.
Right.
Those aren't, like, they're fun and we're able to raise money to help all these kids. But this one, we intentionally invite all the kids to the ballpark, and maybe a lot of kids who might not otherwise be able to go. What do you think that does for the community? And I don't mean just in raising money so that we can provide these things. What do you think the event does for those kids to be able to be a part of that fundraising opportunity?
Yeah. So like you mentioned, and like many of you know, Ogden has unique demographics where a lot of our students don't have the opportunity or really the means to ever go to a professional baseball game. And so this is a way for them to come together with all of their classmates, with their educators, seeing their principal out there participating in games on the field, but also to see the community support around them. You see the sponsors and those that are investing in them, but everyone's coming together in one night to support education and to support our students. And I think that's really powerful for them to see the community come together to support them. And then we bring the players into their classrooms, and the players are talking to them about hard work, how hard it is to get to where they are, where they went to college, and maybe school wasn't their favorite, but they have pushed themselves. And so for them to see that in these professional athletes that they think are so cool, because they are cool, but to see that drive, I think it's really inspiring to our students.
Oh, I know it is. And some of my favorite days have been those days when we've brought those players in, and not because they were celebrity baseball players, because honestly, these are minor league baseball players. Most of them aren't super famous, right? But listening to those conversations that they've had with the kids, for whatever reason, you put a baseball uniform on that guy, they listen to him more closely than they listen to us.
Right. They're
I
cool.
don't understand that. But, go back. We did an interview with Raul Shaw. He was here playing second base for the Raptors 2 years ago, right? And his impact with the kids that, I was at the school when we took him around, and it wasn't just random conversations. It was like goal setting, and kids left better than they were when they walked in educationally, academically, with a different perspective because the baseball player that cared about it showed up. Right. And so we were so impressed with him, we brought him in for a full interview, and there were a couple times in that interview he's talking about his own immigrant family coming to America, and his goals to be Indian baseball player, and all these things that just resonated so much with our community and several of our kids that I was almost in tears doing the interview.
Yeah.
So it is well beyond just the celebrity baseball thing. And I'm glad you mentioned that piece of it. Brynn, there are so many aspects of what we do at the School Foundation to sort of bridge that gap between what the state or the district can provide and what our needs are. Right. And some of that, it's not a wrong thing the district's doing or the state or whatever. It's just that everything's unique. Everybody's unique. Why don't you talk to us a little bit, or maybe tell me a little bit of a story, something you think of that comes to mind that deals with the classroom, what that impact has been with individual needs in the classroom that we've been able to meet that maybe we wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah, so we have an elementary who they're the newcomers program. So it's a lot of it's what it is. It's kids that are new to the United States and lots of different cultures. And so the teacher was trying to find a way to help her students feel connected and have this sense of belonging in a classroom where they can find their educational success instead of feeling like they're on their own. But with limited school budgets, that's hard to do. So she turned to the foundation, and we were able to help purchase curriculum materials that focused on different cultural learnings and different ways that these kids can connect. And now they're succeeding. Or we have a first grade class who they're having a hard time reading and get distracted when other people are talking.
Yeah.
So she was able to turn to us to buy these phones where you can hear yourself read. The students think it's fun, but they're learning literacy, learning how to read and having fun with it. And they couldn't do that without us. We're able to help provide that enhancement.
Yeah, I've seen this over and over again, this scenario play out where, you know, a lot of times for teachers, you don't know. I mean, by the time we talk about our Raptors event here coming up on September 1st, but sometimes it's till mid-September before you really figure out what that kid needs, right? What are they looking at? What are they dealing with at home? How can I help them to progress and to learn and to be prepared for the future? And it's not something you can budget for 6 months ahead. But those budgets are set by July 1st, and that's what you're running with. Right? And so we've leveraged this platform called Donors Choose, right? And I want the public, whoever might not be aware of this, to hear this. This is freaking cool because it's, you know, as you talk to teachers, they can see what those needs are at different points throughout the year. Sometimes we've done things like buy wheelchair things and, you know, lifts and, you know, whatever it is, or adaptive technology that we talked about. But sometimes it's literally just books. They need a different level of book than what are provided with the classroom, because that's where that kid is, and that's where we got to get, right? And it's the right materials, it's all sorts of things. But what we've been able to do with Donors Choose is not just take the foundation money that we've raised here, but we've been able to leverage donors from across the country, in some cases around the world, right? Canada people, Canadians are chipping in to Ogden because there's some connection to Ogden. And that's been so cool to see. But can you talk to us a little bit about what Donors Choose is, how it works, and how others that are watching this can contribute that way?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very unique, and this is something I'm really proud of that the foundation does well, is each teacher in our district, the foundation has $1,200 for them in classroom grants. Because of this program that we work with Donors Choose, there are match days, and so that $1,200 can be $2,400 for our teachers, which is incredible.
Because they have other donors that are donating through Donors Choose and matching what we come up with.
Yes. So national foundations, international people, or just people here in your community can go on. You sort by I want Ogden schools, and you see what the needs are for our teachers.
Real-time needs from the teachers in your district, in your schools.
Right now, what they need. And they have a description, and they have, you know, all of the data there of what they're needing. So if we have outside donors come in and donate, the foundation can match that and really expand our reach in what we're doing for teachers. And then it gets shipped or whatever it is right to the classroom. You'll get a thank you letter from the teacher explaining the difference it made. But it's really amazing and a way to get into our classrooms, see the need, and make a difference.
So by all means, please support the Raptors event. If you'd like to donate, if you'd like to, you know, come to the fall author event, you might need to jump on that a little earlier than now in the year. Watch for that around January when that gets announced.
We sell out fast.
That goes pretty quick. Or the golf tournament that we do in the spring. All of those things are very welcome, and you can double, triple that impact in direct relation to the needs right now in your school. If you will also take a look at that app, take a look at Donors Choose, go to the website and just pull up Ogden School Foundation. Look at those requests as they start coming in here in the next month, in the next few weeks. And you're going to be able to have that kind of impact that is a little bit more satisfying than maybe the one that you did before. So please take a look at that. Again, this is Ryan Wilcox with the Ogden School Foundation. And Brynn, of course, Murdock, our executive director. We're so grateful for her and what she does every day. And thank you to all of you who have stepped up to donate and to take care of the kids in our community. It really matters, and it really does make a difference. Thank you.